You are there with your lover. You are embracing, you have the sexual impulse to grab him or her there. Yeah, the impulse comes before you actually grab. And then you check, where is this impulse coming from? Identity card, please, impulse. Tell me about yourself. And the impulse will start to tell you, I want, this, grab. My dear, you are a sexual impulse. Skip. So as Blandine mentioned, if we want to really practice Tantra and tantric eroticism, and to enter this groove, this flow of Eros, there is no move. And all these workshops that teach only techniques, and all the books that teach only techniques, they scrape the very superficial side of lovemaking. They scratch the very, very superficial side, and you can accomplish very, very little as long as we stay on this technical side of lovemaking. It's completely secondary. The essence of the lovemaking comes through Eros. This is really what it is about, and attaining this attitude that Blandine mentioned, the erotic attitude, and having that constant. If you can stay in Eros, two lovers, for 5 minutes, for half an hour, for 1 hour, for 3 hours, even if you are just kissing, it's the best lovemaking you ever had in a century, in a million years. You didn't believe that lovemaking can be like that, even if you were just kissing. And if you are fully making love, it is completely, it's like a rebirth. You can't imagine how wonderful life can be inside this tremendous flow of Eros. But the flow of Eros, as Blandine mentioned, needs to be constant. And we will arrive to that flow of Eros not by inventing it, but by choosing it. It's a constant act of choice.
Please subscribe and give us a like for this video, and hit the bell for notifications, and leave us a comment below and tell us what you think about the subject.
So we can't imitate Eros. Yesterday, when we kissed the ear, it was erotic. Today, physically, we kiss the ear in the same way. It's not erotic. It's an imitation. It's a mental imitation of yesterday. It doesn't have any meaning now, because it doesn't come from a loving place. It comes from a wish to perform. It comes from a wish to be a little bit better, or to just be fine, or just to have it working and to repeat that state. And that's still a contracted wish. If we want to reach Eros, we need to do it in a vivid way. We need to be truly alive in the process. So how to practically reach Eros? We choose between 3 options. We will have the sexual option coming, and then we identify it as such, so the sexual downward flow, and we will identify it. How? Because it's filled with desire, because it is contracting, because it is demanding, because it wants to take something from the other. It's filled with expectation. It awakens gross emotions, sometimes even anger, or a little bit of an inner conflict or agitation or tension. It has a grabbiness into it. If any of these things are there in your impulse, that's a sexual impulse, and then you don't follow it. That's it. You don't fight it, you don't follow it. Yeah, when you go on YouTube and you have an ad and you're not interested in buying a blender, you don't want to look at the ad, skip, and you will not watch that. Same. You are there with your lover. You are embracing, you have the sexual impulse to grab him or her there. Yeah, the impulse comes before you actually grab. And then you check, where is this impulse coming from? Identity card, please, impulse. Tell me about yourself. And the impulse will start to tell you, I want, this, grab. My dear, you are a sexual impulse. Skip. And then another impulse comes. I want to kiss there. Tell me, how do you want to kiss? Well, kiss like this, kiss like that. Sexual. And then appears, I want to lick that area. And you say, identify yourself. Says, well, it's sublime. You feel empathically, this is what my lover wants, to be licked there, in the ear. Okay, to put that ear thing again. But it's actually how it's coming. This is how it is in the moment. And you just know, it is angelic. It is selfless, it is quiet. And it will completely not impose anything. You're just going to lick the ear. And when you do it, it's like writing on water. It leaves no trace. This is an erotic impulse. And then another erotic impulse is kiss the lips. And you identify yourself. Well, it's a soft, non-invasive impulse to kiss the lips. Good, kiss the lips. And then another sexual comes and you say no. Skip. Another erotic impulse comes and you say yes. And then no sexual and no erotic. That's the third option. So we can have a sexual, we skip, we don't fight, we skip. There is the erotic that we follow patiently, quietly. And there are moments in which no impulse comes. When no impulse comes, we do nothing. Nothing externally, inwardly. As Blandine mentioned, we focus on the state of love and of presence. Love and presence. We love our beloved. And you can always embrace. Not to suffocate the other, just softly embrace. You can always embrace and focus on love and on presence. Until the next erotic impulse comes and you follow it. But you have no idea where you are going. Never. You never know. It is surprising. You are just waiting for the impulses to come. If you are planning it, it's the sexual one. It has to come spontaneously, and when it comes, you identify sexual, no, erotic, yes. It's very simple. We can teach it in kindergarten. Yeah, just from the perspective, the cognitive skill that's needed is not very complicated. But what's difficult about it is that the sexual one is really insisting. It's really insisting when we are just by ourselves. But when we are there and all the energies are on and all the bodily fluids are on and we are naked and I don't know what, the sexual is like, give me some. No, nothing for you. Only for the erotic. And if you're able to do all your choices like that, in a matter of minutes, you enter this erotic trance, little by little. And the whole weight that sexuality has been with us since we are teenagers, for some people since younger, this whole weight of wanting sexuality very much and having so many pains and traumas and rejections and I don't know what around it, it starts to dissolve. And our creative potential is released. And there is such a wonderful, loving relief in that. And we feel gradually mixed, intertwined, united with our lover, with every gesture that they make and we make. And it's truly angelic in the feeling of it. This is essentially the flow of Eros. So it's a constant choice. Now, the process of choosing is effortless. It's a very tiny thing. When you go to a cake shop or to an ice cream shop and you have 15 flavors of ice cream, it's not so difficult. Pistachio, poof, choice. Same, Eros, tsup, Eros, tsup, Eros. It doesn't take much effort. And we think, well, if it's such an amazing thing, to be erotic, it probably involves a tremendous effort. It's hard, you have to do something, contract yourself, try, push. No. It's just a constant awareness and a firmness in not following the sexual. Following the erotic is easy when it comes, and following the sexual needs firmness not to say yes to it. You need a constant firmness in order not to be tempted in any way towards the sexual. But this firmness, again, it doesn't require effort. It's an inner decision that you have to contemplate and see if this is what you want to do. You want to be erotic? Choose. Now, before you go to the choose if this is what you want, and then just be firm and just no sexual impulse allowed to manifest, only erotic ones. But once you do that, it's an easy procedure. For me, this whole discovering of the process of choice happened in meditation, because I thought that in order to focus, we need to make an effort, a repeated effort, in order to focus on the object of meditation. As you try to focus on your mantra, your mind goes somewhere else. You try to focus on your mantra or on your breath, your mind goes somewhere else. You try again, you go somewhere else. And I would associate the process of focus with an effort, with a pressure. I was pressing the meditation object energetically, with strength. I was pressing it. And the discovery that I had was that it doesn't take that. It's just a repeated choice. I just choose to focus on the breath, choose to focus on the object, choose to focus on the mantra, choose to focus on the mantra, choose to focus on the mantra. No to the mind. No, we're not thinking about lunch, dinner, or work. Mantra, mantra, mantra. Where's the mantra? Here's the mantra. Choose it, choose it, choose it, and just the choice needs to be done frequently enough, and focus will establish. There's kind of a momentum created. Once you choose the meditation object frequently enough times, then focus is there and it appears effortlessly. The same with Eros. And if you enter it in a kind of, okay, it's war now and I'm contracted, you feed very much the sexual side, and it becomes gigantic if you are tensed. To become erotic, you have to be very, very relaxed. Relaxed, present, and loving. And in that state of relaxation, total firmness. No, I don't want a blender, skip the YouTube ad, skip the sexual impulse, and yes to the erotic impulse. This is the constant action, and this is the essence of tantric lovemaking. If you understand this one thing, this one choice, and you play with it, and you play with it together, and then you speak and says, in that moment we came out a bit, right? We became sexual. Fine, no problem. Next time we do it better. If you take this one thing and you give full awareness and you take a full choice over there, you enter a completely new dimension of lovemaking.
Hey guys, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content on spirituality, tantra, and more.
And if you want to sign up for our online classes or for our retreats, you can see our website on the description below.